There has always been a friendly rivalry between Star Wars and Star Trek that seems to have been reflected in casting because despite countless acting roles for both franchises, there are relatively few actors that have appeared in both Star Wars and Star Trek. This is not one of them. The two biggest names are Star Trek mainstays Brent Spiner, who played Commander Data on TNG, and George Takei, Sulu from the original cast, who both had voice roles on Star Wars animated shows.
Prepare to fire!
You want me to go in there?
In fact, character actors who have done voiceover work for the Clone Wars or Rebels account for the majority of the crossover between Star Wars and Star Trek. There's Ian Abercrombie, who appeared in a number of one-off roles during the 90s Trek era, along with providing the voice of Palpatine on the Clone Wars.
You have become a rival!
Jason Isaacs, Discovery Season 1's villainous Mirror Universe Captain Lorca, spoiler alert, played one of the main villains, the Grand Inquisitor, on Rebels.
I am the Inquisitor.
Ron Perlman played the Riemann Viceroy in no one's favorite Star Trek film Nemesis, and provided his exquisite voice talents to the Clone Wars.
Right away, General.
George co-appeared in the TNG episode First Contact, and as the character T-Wat Ka in 2 episodes of the Clone Wars. Brian George appears on Deep Space Nine as Dr. Bashir's shady dad, and on the Clone Wars as Jedi Council member and Sith Lord denier Ki-Adi-Mundi.
It is unfortunate.
Olivia Dabo plays a human mentored by the mischievous Q in the TNG episode True Q, while playing Jedi Master Luminara Unduli, who mentored the traitorous Barriss Offee.
Padawan, you did well.
Thank you, Master.
As far as actors that have appeared on camera in both franchises, J.J. Abrams' regular collaborators have led to a number of the names on this list, most noteworthy being Simon Pegg, who played Scotty in the rebooted Star Trek movies, along with Unkar Plutt, the mean alien Rey's parents left her with. Carl Urban, Dr. McCoy in the Star Trek reboot, made a cameo in Episode 9 as a stormtrooper, and Greg Grunberg, who plays X-Wing pilot Snaps Wexley in Star Wars Episodes 7 and 9, along with a brief off-screen cameo as the voice of Captain Kirk's stepfather in J.J.'s Star Trek.
You live in my house and that's my car.
Speaking of the 2009 Star Trek reboot, one of the more intriguing names on this list is Deep Roy, an actor known for his stunt double and creature work, who played Scotty's alien sidekick in the movie, while also appearing in a number of iconic Star Wars roles, such as an Ewok, Max Rebo band member, and top 5 Star Wars named character Droopy McCool, along with standing in for the Yoda puppet in a number of scenes. And finally, one of the most recent entries into the Star Wars Star Trek club is a man mostly known for starring in another iconic sci-fi series, Doc Brown himself, Christopher Lloyd, who played a Klingon adversary to Captain Kirk, and a former separatist on a Season 3 episode of The Mandalorian.
Separatist is a pejorative term.
That's more or less it. The list would grow significantly if you included video game voiceover work and the Star Wars radio drama, which had Ed Begley Jr. in it, who was also on an episode of Voyager. And we also decided to exclude the made-for-TV Ewok movies, so our apologies to Data's mom, Fionnuala Flanagan, for not mentioning her. Well, I guess we just did.